1663. Not that many active players. I don't know. I wonder how this compares to the Legacy Cube, the numbers they got. There's not a huge amount. Interesting to map the distribution of the win percentages. Obviously there's the most one wins, but what kind of distribution would you get if you plotted out number of players for a particular number of undefeated trophies? You have at the top, you have 1 and then 3 and then 2 and then 1 and 4, and it definitely gets pretty big around 4, where you're having lots of pages to scroll. And what would be the mean of that distribution? So what's the average number of undefeated trophies? There's also got to be a bunch of players that have 0, right? There must be some players that have only played once or twice and haven't gone undefeated. And how many of those players? Well, here we go. Let's just make sure we're recording. Okay. Good pack. Some strong cards here. There's a Liliana, the Last Hope. There's a Garruk Wild Speaker and a Kumano. I think each of these cards is absolutely first pickable. Siege Gang Commander is also very good. And Oblivion Ring and Volcanic are also very good. So I think this is really going to be, what do you want to play? I've played a lot of mono black in the last few, and I had some success with one iteration of it, but it wasn't the most fun to me. And I've played a lot of red. Probably more red than anything else. So I'm going to go for Garruk. Just out of more of a variety than power level. I think these two cards are better. In fact, Liliana may be actually more powerful than Garruk, but just out of straight variety, I'm going to go for green. I've played a lot of red-green also. That's true, but just to kind of mix it up a little bit, going to go for Garruk here. Had we gone with red, there would be Burst Lightning, or with black, it would be this guy. So I think we got a couple choices here in green. There's, if you want to go the green-white enchantment route, there's this guy. Also, Briarhorn is just, you know, a fine card. And then if we want to go maybe more aggro, there's Experiment 1, who's not bad at all. I think Experiment 1 is more likely to wheel. It's a lower power level than either of these two. Part of me just wants to actually take, you know, I'm more interested in maybe playing like an aggro deck. I haven't played that yet, so I'm just going to go for that. Although this guy counts as removal. Yeah, I'm going to take the Briarhorn. Kind of flashes in. But here, I think I will take this Avatar, the Resolute. There are some high-powered red cards here. Look, Lightning Bolt and Kenko, both definitely first pickable. Very strong cards. But yeah, here's a 3-2 for 2. I kind of just feel like going green aggro. I don't think I've really tried that yet. So let's do that. Maybe I can wheel that Experiment 1. Well, here's a Sprout Swarm, a good friend. Otherwise, there's this. Yeah, let's go for the kind of earlier drop, the Sprout Swarm. He can take over the late game. I haven't been super impressive. I have won games with him in like doubling season or something like that. But yeah, let's again more great red cards here. Bad to go red. Okay, and here's a Eternal Witness. I'll just simply take that. Haha, there's a Nicole Bolas. Won't be playing it this time around. There's one of my favorite cards here are the Mana Gorger Hydra. Is I think really hard to deal with. You know, he really gets out of control quickly. And then there's Overrun. That's just a great green finisher. Boy, I might take the Overrun here. I do. The Hydra is a fan favorite of mine, but this is, I think, the best of the Overrun type cards. And if we want to go for like aggro, we really need, you know, a card like this to push through. Whereas there's other 3-drops that we could play. Although I really do hope we'll be able to play Gorger. I'm a big fan of that guy. This guy wrecked me last time I played. My God, it was problematic. And yeah, we'll take him. I think he can be a little expensive, but I'm not, you know. I hope we wheel that Experiment 1. I'm kind of regretting that a little bit. I think Briarhorn is the stronger pick for sure. My heart wants me to take the just that 1-drop. Like just being able to attack on turn 1, you know, then maybe play this like this on turn 2. Well, let's see what else we get. Okay, this, I guess, this doesn't seem that great to me. I prefer the Keen Sense here. Maybe just, you know, drop it on a 1-drop or something. Get 1 or 2 cards out of it. 3 mana 1/1 just doesn't seem like where we want to be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 8. So maybe in 2 packs we'll see if we get that Experiment 1. Okay, good. Well, we got a 2-drop, which I'm perfectly happy with. And this is okay, but wow, no one took the Kumano. That's surprising. I think that's a very strong card. But yep, I'm just going to stick to my picks and you know, just have an attacker on turn 2. Oh good, here's our Experiment. He came back. A nice 1-drop to lower our curve. Comes in great with either of these 2. Alright, nothing there. Of any of this cards, what am I most likely to play? The White Archangel. Maybe let's take the Hedron Archive just in case, just because it's colorless. Okay, and then here's, sure, possible late game play. Doesn't seem amazing to me, I gotta say. Meh. How do you end up with cards in your graveyard? Okay, well let's guess we're more likely to play this of anything. Activate only time you cast a sorcery. Yeah. Sure, maybe we splash white. Maybe. And Nicole Bolas. Okay, well, no one's playing old Bolas here. Okay. Well, here's there's a mutagenic growth, a rancor, and a dried militant. If we want to stick with mono green, one of my favorite cards, Phantasmal Image. Huge fan of that card. And then there's a Stomping Ground, which would let a splash red is a very friendly color. I'm quite partial to Rancor. It goes quite well with the aggro strategy. Gives you kind of reach. Yeah, let's take Rancor. It's an early mana. Well, okay. Here's an early green drop. Nice 1-drop, so you can transform into something. Yeah, 2/1 for 1. Doesn't seem too bad. Let's go for it. Let's go for those 1-drops. I know in the mono red legacy cube you win or die by the strength of your 1-drops. I don't know if the same can be said here, but I'm gonna try for it. I'm gonna try for a really low curve green aggro deck. It's really easy. There's a lot of there's some strong potential 5-drops and things here. This can end up being 2 mana. Oh, quite a few planeswalkers, and this is the 3rd red-green multi-land in a row we've seen. But yeah, Rex Sage can be great, I think. A lot of enchantments in this cube. A lot of really problematic ones. And if you can kind of land a Rex Sage on someone and attack, it's pretty strong. So let's take that. Got 2 overrun effects. Got a token generator with our Sprouty. Attack into an angel or something like this. Okay, so here's Gaia's Anthem. Maybe this is the deck for it. There's also a Wasteland. I feel like we're just losing to a Gisela on turn 4 here, but yeah, I'll take it. Okay, regrowth, but Strangleroot Geist is I think the pick here, just to stay as aggro as possible. We don't have time for no regrowth. Ooh, and here's another. So there's this bow of... Let me just reserve this right away. So you got to put 5 mana before something happens, right? And then that's put a 1/1, 2 damage with flying. Yeah, I think the Tusker is just more up our alley here. That bow is very mana hungry. Definitely have a good complement of 2-drops here. Note that Wasteland Mutavault not quite as good given how many double greens on turn 2 we have. It would really suck to have to play one of these on turn 3 instead of turn 2 if we could. Let's see if we can get more 1-drops. These early drops also make Sprout Swarm a little better as well. I don't know if we'll be playing Doubling Swarm if we get it. Ah, okay. Some good choices for us here. Now, what does this do? Let me just immediately reserve the Planeswalker, because Planeswalker, beginning of your upkeep. Okay, you make tokens. Meh, that seems not very good. Call, Garruk, Vengevine. I like all of these cards. I think I just want to take the Garruk. This does seem like a deck where Vengevine would be good and close it out. But yeah, I'm going to take the Garruk. Just the planeswalkerness of it is still too good, I think, and it's rare direct damage. One way we can beat a Gisela. I think the last deck I played actually had that exact interaction. Gisela was played and I played Garruk just to kill her. Alright, all of this seems unplayable. Ghoul Tree. Yeah, probably not playing any of these. Memory Jar. Well, I guess we'll take Gold Tree maybe against the right deck or something. Okay, and I'm just going to go for the other one drop here. One, two. So now we have three. We have three actual turn one creatures. Can't really play Rancor or Keen Sense early on, but that's something. Okay. I think we're not playing that, but I'll just take it. Just shut off green from anyone that's thinking about it. Man, these guys are so nasty once they come online, damn. I wouldn't mind, like, this is the kind of deck where I'd really like Lightning Greaves, you know, just giving them haste. Make a big difference. Wow, no one took the 2 Planeswalkers. That's crazy. Of any of these cards, maybe Chandra in some weird world where we all of a sudden have tons of red splash. And sure, I'll take Young Peasy. Okay, well, regrowth. Control Wizard. Yeah. Just take counters because we hate counters. I'm not even sure if we play regrowth here, but this card used to be banned in Type 1. I think. Or it was like restricted, it was on the restricted list, I think. And now it's like barely playable. Okay, what do we have here? There's this Skin Shifter that I have definitely thought was not that good. But, you know, he attacks for as a 4/4 on turn 3, and that's something. Power and Toughness 2/2. Yeah, you know, he is a cheap dude. He is a cheap dude. Nothing else really I like. I mean, maybe, what does this do? Let me look at the top card. Oh, that seems overpriced. Oh, is Aspect of Hydra good? That could be fantastic for us, actually. Yeah, maybe we'll wheel it, though. I don't think anyone else is even close to getting that card. Okay, Tranquil Thicket would be good. Just cycling, I think. That'll help us out of land floods. There's the Wormy, who's, I think, okay. And then what does this do? I reveal, artifact, tutor. No, because you have to spend 3 mana here. And I think we have enough early stuff. I'd rather just take the, yep. This could be, is this good? We play this and then have like, what's the best case scenario? Turn 1 dude, turn 2 right, and then turn 3 like Garruk or something? Yeah, I suppose. Or do we just take a Battlesphere because Battlesphere? I think we take Battlesphere. Yeah, it's just a good card. I'm going to put it in the sideboard for now, but it's strong enough to just cast. Okay, so here's my favorite card. I've always taken it. Here I don't think it's good for us, though. It doesn't really do anything. Maybe just a 2/2 that we play, and what makes Argea's Anthem is the only enchantment we have, so pretty bad. But I just don't see we doubling season being a thing here. There's no other one. Yeah, I'll just take this just to make it a 2/2, you know. Okay, so here's overrun number 2. And then what is this? This is certainly better than Herald of the Pantheon. At least you can bestow it. And otherwise it's a 2/2 reach. I think this will probably wheel, so I'll take the Stampede just if, you know, maybe we just have 2 overruns, and then maybe this guy's not high enough quality. Maybe this also. So turn 3's utility, we have a lot of guys on turn 2, and then kind of late game we can try to, you know, swarm into an overrun type thing. Seems like a possibility. So we need a 3-3. We don't really have anything bigger than a 3-3. So it's probably just a bad overrun at +2/+2. I do like Gideon. I think he's certainly super strong. Damage to the player, 3+2. What does this do? So he's a 2/2 for 2 already, and he can tutor and get creatures. Oh, that seems quite strong. Creatures, yeah, that's much better than a Herald of the Pantheon. Okay. And this, what does Scavenge do? It's a 5/5 for 4. That's pretty solid, actually. Pretty solid. And then, yeah, I would take this just at a 5/5 for 4, and then with a bonus. Sure. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, quite happy with that. Oh, good. There's a Wolfie, one of my favorite cards. And then there's this to fight things. Now, let's take Wolfie. He's just such a strong. And what I like is he lands, unlike the Cage Breakers, he lands and he immediately does something. Okay, here I'll take Aspect of Hydra. We'll expect we'll have a strong Devotion to Green. And this is a deck already right here. Okay, we can just put a Wormy in our sideboard. Maybe against... I guess against some decks. Maybe like a creatureless deck, he's better than Briarhorn. Okay, we'll side this guy. And we'll side Season. Now, do we get the Bestow 2/2 guy? We do. We do. Okay. And is there a last green card for us here? Worm Harvest. Is this good? For each land, this just seems bad. Lands in your graveyard. Not many ways. So I got 23 here. There's the possibility of Battle Sphere, but I think not in the main deck. So we've got 2 overrun effects. Wolfie really hits hard. I like him. Definitely playing the 2 Garuks. Briarhorn I can see as an if. But he also... He serves kind of a dual purpose, which is nice. You know, he can... You can kind of like just surprisingly like block as a 6/6. On the, you know, protect yourself on the swing back. I like that. Gaia's Anthem might not be good enough. I think Rex Sage definitely is. Guys, these guys certainly are. Maybe the Zealot's not. But this guy starts with 2 or 3 power, 3 power, 3 power. It can be 4 power. This is a 2/2. He's a 2/2, but that's a nice ability. It's effectively card draw. Early drop. Just early drop. Yeah, I like it. So we don't have much anything in terms of removal. The best we've got is maybe this Garuk, we don't have the guy that lets you like tap to fight things. At the 5-drop, I prefer the Wolfear over the Kessig. I could see like Kessig over Stampede, you know, and just having only one overrun effect. I could see the argument for that. This just doesn't seem good enough to me. Neither does this. Yeah, neither do any of these. I think the only question is, do we play the Kessig Cage Breakers over something like, I don't know, maybe Gaze Anthem? Yeah, maybe this doesn't quite do it. It's hard to evaluate these type of cards, you know, like they're just so bad if you're behind. But there's also just 5 mana is, you know, late. I think I like this. I mean, I think we're weak, you know. We can definitely lose the game by just being outclassed, but, you know, we're trying for an early drop. We've got 2 reach cards that need sort of like at least 2 creatures to be effective. This is certainly the weaker of the 2. I think Regrowth is also on the potentials list. I don't think Worm Harvest is. Yeah, we'll definitely play the Thicket. And maybe Worm. I could see Worm being on the list as well. You know, maybe I could see a world where you play neither Stampede nor Overrun. Like another deck that has a lot of creatures, you know, maybe you just play Cage Breakers and Worm. It's great when you're ahead, not good when you're behind, you know. If they've got like 4 mana untapped, you might as well just play it. But you can end up being locked with him. Okay, let's give this a shot. Just 15. And add one more. Okay, 17 lands. So, you know, we might not get to turn 4 on 4 every time, but I think we're pretty good at 3 here. I could see us losing pretty bad to like a Liliana type, you know, mono green, mono black deck. Alright, we're gonna try our game 1 of our mono green aggro deck. Let's do one more check, make sure we're not missing anything. So we're not playing Battlesphere just to keep the curve at 5 or under. Not playing this. This is sort of a maybe, but I think we're also just playing creatures. This just is like not as good as the Leaf Crown Dryad, which we're not playing either. I guess there's an argument to play this over something like Viridian Zealot just for flexibility, but there's enough artifacts and enchantments. I'm happy to main deck that. Not enough auras. And 2 combo-y. And then I think the highest power card we're not playing here is the Cage Breakers, and we're just I thought 2 overrun effects plus the Garuk is good to give us reach, and the Silver Heart is just like immediate onboard impact. So we can always revisit this decision, but let's go ahead and see where we are. Okay, so this is a turn 2 into turn 3 into turn 4. It's not super powerful, but I'm happy enough to keep this. Definitely would have liked a turn 1 play, but I will take the Zealot into Anthem into Goliath. Alright. Okay, and here's a dude we can start out with. Okay, go ahead and combat. Do we block? I think we don't block because since we have the Anthem, that should give us a bit better position. Nice. He ninjutsu'd us. Okay, we were tricked. Alright, so given that, do we want to let him draw a card or do we just play the Anthem and block? I think at this point I'd prefer to play the Anthem and block. I don't see why we want to give him an extra card. We can always witness back, so let's play this and then be done. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. He got this. It feels like he has a counterspell of some kind here, so I'd rather play the Zealot and the Prowler over the Goliath, just in case he has something, you know, I don't want to, like a mana leak or some sort of annoying counter. I'm trying to think if there's any 2-mana counters that I can think of. There's Daze, I think, so yeah, let's just play the Zealot and the Prowler, and we can always be close to transforming. And we will not Keen Sense because I don't know if we... I'd rather do that on the attack. Okay, here's a Whirly. Okay, so he's actually pretty close to playing his guy here. That could be bad for us. Can't be blocked. Why can't he? Oh. Oh, he used the tap ability. Okay. All right. So I suppose that this is where we could Keen Sense, but I have a feeling, do we want to tap that? Yeah, you know, I kind of, or we could just transform the Sinuous Predator. I suppose I could I want to kind of Keen Sense and play the Goliath. I feel just the speed here is important since one more creature and we're basically dead to this. And it would be a 2-for-1. Yeah, let's do that. And yeah, that way if he does block it, then he loses the unblockability of this. So that seems acceptable to me. Okay, let's see what our opponent does here. Okay. And we can always witness back if need be. is so brutal. Ugh. That's really tough. That's really tough for us. Tap, unless his controller plays one. Okay, and he's got a wizard. Nice. That is strong. Okay. Well, we can't block. And next turn he's got the demon. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat this. But we'll try. So I think our best action here is to attack, just to keep him low on creatures. And then we can swarm with buyback. So let's do that. Okay. On his turn, we'll swarm and buyback. We still have the possibility of swarming, buybacking, and drawing into overrun. So we're, as long as he hasn't made the demon, we still have a chance, I think. Okay. He's got 2 wizards. Okay, so let's cast a buyback. And I think we want to block the Tidebinder here. That's more immediately problematic. Exile. Gain control. Okay, I don't think that changes anything, does it? Since it's an untargeted spell. Okay, yep. Oh, but he gets the token. Ah, and then I think we're just dead. Okay. Well, well played, sir. Exile 2 blue cards. What did you exile? The Dalkin, the Mastermind, and the Bite. Okay. Alright, that was out aggroed here. So, given that he's more aggro-y than us, I wonder if the Anthem is too slow because we'll be trading and we want to bring in like Battlesphere or something. That's kind of what I immediately think. And then I wonder if we should just play like, you know, the Dryad and maybe like one of these Stampedes fewer, just to have more creatures. That's my initial thought here. Okay, let's do that. Yep, we'll play first. Okay, Experiment 1, Zealot and Ranker. We'll keep this. Zealot, so that we can evolve the experiment. Alright, looter. So unfortunately, we don't have a guarantee of getting a land for a Goliath, so if that doesn't happen, well, I think our best bet here is just to put Ranker on the experiment. And it's too bad we don't have another follow-up, but yeah. So really the best thing we could draw would be a land here, and we did not. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. But we'll go ahead and yar. Greater power or toughness does not, right? So okay. So now I can sag this to prevent him from attacking the experiment one. Do I want that? Let's think here. He's going to block 2 either way. If I kill this, he's got the 4-2 to deal with, and he loses a land, which is really nice. Yeah, and because of the Goliath, yeah, so let's do that. So it's an artifact. I think just keeping him off of 3 lands is pretty good. Use a ninja. Okay. That's your ninja. It's fine. Land would be really nice right now. Just be very good for us here. If not, then I think we're witnessing back our zealot. I think that's probably what we're doing the most. Counter spell. Okay. Fine for now. Land, come on. Did not get a land. Okay. Unfortunate. So I think we yar and then play this and this, right? So let's attack first, and then we can see if we want to witness or whatever. Okay. So we'll just cast this. Does he have a daze? Force of will. Wow. Okay. All right, and I think that's all we've got. So he has to deal with both of these threats. Let's see how he does so. So do I block this? Do I block this? And just leave him with a do want to block, actually. Yep. Well, thing is, if I don't block now, he has to put another blocker down. But if I do, I'm letting him draw a card. Yeah, let's block. So you can always draw something to put down, I suppose. So now he can counter something. Battlesphere, not helpful. So let's attack and then see what we get. Okay. Evil Venser. So yeah, I suppose had I not blocked with a militant, then he could have still done that and been alive. So that's all right. That's a thing. Okay. So what do we do here? Do we e-witness or do we play 1 in Rancor? I think we play 1 in Rancor, right? Yeah. Oh, he's tapped out. That's still a threat. Okay. Wellbreaker. Creature controls. Target ability you control. Okay, that's terrifying. So right now we have 3 points of trample. So if I play the Goliath, he'll become a 4/2, and that will at least be something for him to have to deal with. So let's do that. Hope we don't lose with to this Dead Bridge Goliath. Wonder if it would have been better to play Zealot, bring back Militant or something like that. We'll see. Okay, so there's the temptation to play Rancor here. Does he have something that can target this? And if he does have something to target, then we're kind of blowing ourselves out of the water here. I say let's do it. Let's make him have it. Okay. So we're about to get blown out here? I think we are. I think we are. But now I can't because it's, oh, I can. Well, that sucks. Well played, opponent. Well played. And I think we got nothing here. It's pretty brutal. Yeah, the thing is, if we'd played the other way with a bunch of creatures, the deep field still would have taken everything. Still a Wellbreaker, so. I think we got no way to beat this, so we'd say GG's. All right, do we want to reconsider the way our deck went? No, I think I was pretty happy with it. I mean, do we want to change out the anthem for the Battlesphere or something? No, I'm good. Let's play again and see if we can do better this time. Yeah, we're just a little not quite enough pressure. All right, we got 1 and Geist. This is a good start. We will keep it. We can thick it out. Yar. No shit! Oh, I misclicked. That is super painful. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. That's quite frustrating. All right, well, so we can be less bad this time. Play Avatar. Oh man, we missed attack with both. That is really painful. That is really painful. What was it? 4 points of damage we just missed out on? Yeah, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad, bros. I think we untap the lands. And then cycle. And then we're done, right? And then we just attempt to overrun. Man, that's brutal. At first attack, you should be at 11, and that would have done it. Yep. He's attacking this. Do we block? I think we block, and then with a Geist, right? And then try to overrun next turn. Yeah. Oof, that was just absolutely brutal. Man, I really got to watch through these click-throughs. It's just so painful. Okay, I won despite my terrible, terrible play there. So mono black, as far as we can tell. Does that change anything? No, I think we'll just keep it the way it was. And well, I can see the argument he'll probably have a lot of removal, so the cage breakers might be good. So let's take that instead of the stampede. Yeah. Okay, a bit slower, right? But we still have turn 1 and 2. So we'll keep this. And we have the Briarhorn to act as semi-removal. Oh, and there's the experiment one, which will be an even better start. Okay, glad to see Dismember on that. Dark Confidant, okay. Blood-soaked champion. There's a blood-soaked champion. Okay, so these guys. Liliana. I see, okay. if we're going to get to our total mana here. So maybe what we do is we Yar, Briarhorn, and then we Kessig. Yeah, I think we do that. So let's attack. We can Briarhorn if need be. Okay, great. So we'll evoke. We'll make him +3/+3. Yeah, really hope for land, and then we can start playing Wolfies. Oop, I think we'll probably be losing our Garruk here. This would be my expectation. Yep. And a Fiend, yikes, okay. That's not bad, okay. He took the Cage Breakers as well, huh? Alright, well there's a land. I don't see it. Well, do we? Let's see. If we get any of these back, that's actually pretty good for us. And I don't really want him to keep drawing cards, so I think we actually will attack. Yeah. I guess I should have kept the well, the nice thing is the Cage Breakers would now be giving us a lot. So if we can get another land, I realize that's kind of a big ask, but that's pretty good. And what's this? Okay, we'll sack a creature. And, oh, I suppose we'll kill that, right? And now we can at least get our Garruk back. Alright. Kind of want to just play our Cage Breakers here, right? Because if we hit, it's pretty big stuff. Otherwise, we're not really protecting our Garruk. So let's go for that. Definitely don't think we want to block here, right? We want to attack at all costs. So if these can live, I think we're in a pretty good position. So what we could do is we could Yar attack just to protect him. This feels a bit gnarly, but let's see. 1, 2, 3. We do make 4 guys, which is immediately an overrun threat, right? Can he kill us on the swing back? That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, he cannot. That sort of makes me want to just play Garruk here, attack with the Cage Breakers, and then go for the overrun next turn. Yeah, I like that. And then we can kill like one of his things here, like maybe his Confidant. I mean, the fact is he can kill anything if he wants to, but we'll get 4 wolves out of it, right? And then we could create like another wolf. Yeah. I mean, the other option was we just sit back, play the wolf, and no, we got to make the wolves, right? So, and if we make this guy, if we cast Overrun now, which I don't think is the right thing, but let's just see, that makes him with 7, 6, 7, and he can 3, 4, 5, 6. He can still kill it. Yeah, I'd rather just win with Overrun. So let's The only question is, do we want to play Garruk first? And if we play Garruk, what do we want to do? Or do we want to see how the attack goes? I think we just want to see how the attack goes. So let's do that. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's pretty good. So let's yield to this. Okay. Okay, so we'll have some 3 guys left. So then I think we just want to make a wolf, right? 3. Yeah, I think we want to kill the Marauder because we don't want just like more tokens. So yes. Okay. We shall not cast any instants. Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, we don't want to kill the hanger back because we don't want all those tokens. So that's fine. Okay. So play Garruk or play a Sprout Swarm. Both these guys can just come back. He's at 5. I actually think I just want to Sprout Swarm end of turn and then do Overrun in case he has some sort of sweeper. I think that's actually better for me. Okay, that's good. Keep tapping out. Okay, that's good. So then we'll have 4 attackers plus 3. Okay, all right. We did it. Check again for 3. Well, these games are pretty fast. Keen Sense. Yeah, let's keep it and play. Gardner. All right. Yeah, I think we can start with this. Let's put this over here. Well, actually, do we want to just start with a tapped thicket just to guarantee we hit our Garruk? Or do we want to keep this for cycling? I think we'll keep this for cycling, actually, because it's a possibility we have near turn 3 play, and then we'll have a little bit more information. Right, right. We are giving up the possibility of a Tranquil Thicket. I do grant that. But, or, ooh, actually, we could just cycle it now, couldn't we? Yeah, maybe we'll just do that. Maybe we'll just cycle it now. Yeah. Yeah, I like that idea. We'll definitely draw land again, I think. Okay. You can. Okay, great. Now we're totally going to wish we had that land. I think we can start out with a... I think we'll do the Skin Shifter because then we can... attack for 4 and then play the Avatar as well. gonna be like pretty tilted if we never draw a fourth land for a Garruk. Pretty tilted. But I figure on like what, 3 turns? Uh-oh. Okay. Yep, it's looking like Tilt City. Okay. So he is tapped out. And +1 for each other creature with a +1/+1. I wonder if we just Keen Sense here. I kind of want to just Keen Sense here. And then we can, like, in response, make it a 4/4 again or something. Do we want to make him a 4/4? A 2/2? Yeah, we want to make him a 4/4 with trample. And let's cast on this. Yeah, I like that. Yep. Okay. Yep, definitely tilting on the Tranquil Thicket here. That was the wrong choice. And don't forget, we have a +2/+2 if we need be. Tries to hit this. Yeah, I think land is really what we want to see the most here. But we have 2 more draws for a land, assuming this doesn't die. Okay, what do we got here? A Wall of Reverence. Okay. And flying. Yep, that's pretty nasty. Yep, that's good. For I suppose, though, we can still Aspect of Hydra him. So that's a thing. Right, 4, and then we Aspect 5/6, which either kills him. And we can still just draw land. Okay, it's helpful. So I think what I want to do is just attack. If he doesn't block, then the problem is playing this is just going to get it killed, right? But then I can still, I suppose, Aspect in response. Do I even want that? And it's still 2 damage to target creature or player. Defender. So maybe the other option is just to avoid. Or maybe I just attack first and then I can Garruk and do the flip. I think regardless we want to attack first, right? So, and we can always, The only option I think I can see is if we play the avatar, then we attack, and then the aspect becomes threatening to kill and trample and get the card. But I think I'd rather... Oh, no, I can't. Right? If I attack and he blocks, I can't also Garuk. Yeah, that is kind of unpleasant, isn't it? So maybe we play this attack, and then he doesn't... And then we just hope he walks into the block. Yeah. That does make us lose the avatar, and we're in the same position next turn. So, ugh. Or, the thing is, otherwise we just lose our skin shifter, right? Which I don't think we want. So, okay. So if we attack and he blocks, then we can skin shift, but not Garuk. So if we attack and he blocks, we can skin shift, and then we want to play the aspect of Hydra. In which case, we would have wanted it to be with the Avatar of Resolute for maximum trample, or we can, I guess, just play Garuk, but then we lose this. So no, let's play the Avatar so that our aspect becomes bigger. Okay, let's see how he deals with this. Okay, great. So let's do this. We'll pay 1. And yes, now he's a 4/4. And now we'll play Aspect of Hydra on him and play this. Okay, great. That's what we wanted. And we draw. Perfect. Okay, optimum use of mana. I like it. And now he doesn't have the auto life gain. And are we threatening overrun here? It's an extra 6 damage. Yeah. Okay, and you gain 2 life. And luckily, alright, so let's definitely just play our forest. So at this point we can overrun. Don't think that really does enough. So I think what we have to do is just make sure this thing dies, right? So that's just enough to Garuk, kill his thing. And attack. Yeah. Okay, and then we have a transformed Garuk. What does he do? He makes wolves with Death Touch. I think we just want a Yar here, right? You can kind of see the reasoning to not. And just hit with these and let him hit the Garuk. Because then next turn, next turn we can Stampede, right? And this would be 8. So let's think about this. So let's say he takes it all, so 4, that's 7, right? Then he's got 7 left, and then overrun becomes deadly. And we don't care about the Garuk. So, okay, that's fine. Let's attack with both. Let's see how blockers go. Oh, he is not blocking. So let's make this 4/4 trample. Draw. Okay, and then he can kill our Garuk. That's fine. And now we're trying to just overrun or stampede, what have you. Okay, come nice thing is even an overrun on with this is lethal. Okay, that's fine. So let's just stampede here, right? Because if we make him a 4/4, then everything gets +4/+4, and that's like more for him to deal with. Okay, so we'll cast Stampede now. Now he could have a counter. He could have a counter. All right. So he's got pingers. Do we still want the Gaia's Anthem? Could make a difference. Could make a difference. Do we want, say, the Cage Breakers? I'd see the argument again for Cage Breakers just because since he has a lot of presumably direct damage, these can kind of come out of nowhere and just win. So we'll do that. Okay, a 2-lander. Nope, we have a 3-lander and even this. So we will. It is a bit shifty here, but the fact that we have Rex Sage to hit one of his stupid enchantments is something I do like to see. So we will keep. I think in this case we're just going to play the Thicket, because I really want to make sure we get to 5 for our Wolfie. Okay. Maybe we'll play him later, right, just so we have a chance of... Okay. Next turn we can attack and recruit. And if he wants to play a life gain enchantment, that would be perfectly fine. Oh, he discarded... What the heck? Artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. Well, did he show me what he put? Don't I get to see what he revealed? Okay. Because what he has to reveal, right? Okay, so he had Soul Warden, Assemble, and Chain, and he revealed Lignify. So is he allowed to keep that? Enchantment. He kept Lignify. Okay. Man, I can't believe he left Assemble. That's just sick. So I think we let's play the Recruiter and attack with this Shifter, right? Yeah. So let's first attack. I'm guessing he's going to Lignify the Recruiter. Simulacrum, okay. So that's going to be, I think, something where we Anthem. Could also just Rex Sage, actually. That is something we could do, just... You know, if we Rex Sage and attack, that just puts us into Overrun, I win territory. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah, he can still Lignify one of our guys, but it's kind of okay as well. And we just get 6 in. Whereas otherwise, we block... If we play Anthem, this is 5 points of trample, so we get at least 3. So we get 5 points of trample and then 3 points of non-trample. So it's best for him to chump this. And then we still get 5. Yeah. We still do get 5, huh? Right, 4, 5, 6 versus chump this. And he takes 5 and he's still dead. It's just that then we're not in like necessarily overrun territory, but we have the ability to just like blow up something else that's scary. Okay, yeah, I'm okay with doing the slightly more prudent way here. I think overrun might just win anyway if we draw it. 6, 7, right. 5, yeah. So overrun wins anyway. So that's the Rec Sage play lets us take care of some like scary enchantment that we can't beat. All right, Gisela, that's a thing. So I think we take the Gisela hit here. He's just a tree folk. So couple options. So option 1 is play Wolfie, attack for 8. That's 1, right? And then he swings back for 4. So that's effectively option 2 is we play Rec Sage on the shifter. Then we can at least attack. Well, no, we can't even attack with a shifter because she's got first strike. We could play Rec Sage on the shifter and like Dryad Militant and then just overrun next turn. I do like that. And then option 3 is we just keep 3 to tutor for something. Now let's do the Rec Sage. Yeah, let's do the Rec Sage and Militant, and then we overrun next turn. And then we'll hold off. Okay. I like these arts. All right, you got something scary? What's he got? Johnny's Pride Mate, okay. That's fine. Okay. Good, tap out. Okay, that's good. All right, does this do it? Overrun, so 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 12. Plus 6 is 18, 19, 20, 23. So 23 points of trample. And he's got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 27. Yep, he'll just make it. He will just make it. But then he loses all his stuff. Man, so he has 12. I do 23, so it's 11 left, so he'll be at 4. And then he can attack again and be at 8. And at that point, we've got Wolfear, we've got Rancor, and other option is we just play Wolfie now, right? And then we next turn do it for sure. You don't really want to overrun unless it's going to win, right? 2, 3, 4, so 12. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Just play a Wolfie on, say, like, the shifter, because it gets, or this guy. I kind of want to just give him an extra turn and build up like critical mass here. I mean, if it's not going to kill him, right? He's going to be at 4. He attacks again at 8. But then he's facing 8. Nah, let's just overrun. Let's just overrun. Because the Wolfie represents lethal as well. Tapped out, so we got nothing else. Okay. So we should be at 4 if my calculation's right. Okay. And he can't just swing back and play nothing, right? If I draw a land, then I can play both Wolfie and Rancor, which is also problematic. Okay, here's the Searing Med. Okay, that is bad for us. That is bad for us. I will agree to that. Yep. That's no bueno. So land would be really just fantastic here, actually. And the land was not forthcoming. Okay. So I think the answer here is just Wolfie, and the next turn we Rancor and Briarhorn and try to make that win. So yes, let's hold on with this. Attack with all creatures. Okay. Is he going to manage to kill me with both of these? No, he stays back. Okay. 5, great. So it's Rancor, the bigger one, right? So let's attack. Let's see how he blocks. Okay, so he's going to gain 4. So he's really at 5. But then he's going to take 10 points of trample. Right? So that can't... Unless he's going to try to gain 2 and then somehow like kill both my guys, and then I'll Briarhorn in response. So we'll do that. Okay. I see. So that's going to have 4, 5, 6. So let's Briarhorn now. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. That was a pretty fun mono green attack deck. I think it ended up going pretty well. Had one big misplay where we clicked through an attack, and our first round opponent was interesting blue aggro wizards deck that beat us, but otherwise I think we did pretty well, and I would definitely draft this archetype again. Alright, thanks for watching.